Hello children, welcome to phonics home learning. We're at week 17 now. Thank you for joining me once again. So let's start with our alien words. So this is where we need to be sound detectives and look at the words and see what sounds we recognise. So we're looking for digraphs, trigraphs or split digraphs. We're also looking to check that we know the individual phonemes as well. So those letters where one letter makes one sound. Okay, so let's look at this first alien word over this side here. Let's have a look. What sounds do we see? Have a little think at home. Maybe, if you're really clever, you'll remember the phrase for the sound that you see as well. And you could tell your mummies or daddies that as well. Okay, so let's do it together. So, I have recognised digraph O, as in O, float the boat. So I'm going to put a digraph line underneath. We've got an individual phoneme here, an individual phoneme here, and an individual phoneme here. They can be called graphs as well, those individual phonemes. So let's have a go at segmenting and blending this alien word. At home, you might want to use wolfy ears, frozen wands, minion moves. Totally up to you what you use to help you break up that word into its sounds and then put it back together again as a blend. Ooh, ope, float. Well done if you got that one at home. Let's have a little look over here at this alien word. Let's be sound detectives. Are there any digraphs, split digraphs or trigraphs that we recognise? If we recognise it, think, right, which sound is that and what's the phrase? So let's have a look. Okay. Digraph A. Well done if you got it at home. A, let's all play. Okay, and I've got an individual phoneme here and an individual phoneme here. Okay, let's have a go at segmenting and blending. A, made. Very well done if you got that one as well at home. You might want to have a go at writing your own alien words at home with the digraphs or trigraphs that we've been learning from phase 5. You might want to give them to your mum or dad to try and read, see if they can speak like an alien too. Or you might get whoever's at home to write you some alien words using those phase 5 digraphs or trigraphs or split digraphs and see if you can read alien. Perhaps mummy or daddy could write you an alien shopping list and you could have a go at reading it. Let's move on now to find our sound of this week. Wonder what type of sound will it be. Could you please, if you have somebody at home that you're doing this with, tell them what sound it is first and what type of sound and what letters are making the sound. So we'll use letter names to do that last one. So let's have a look. Okay. So tell your person at home. Okay, so we've got, remember to pause the video if you're not ready. We've got digraph O. I have 10 toes. And as I've already mentioned, it is a digraph. Those two letters are making just one sound, O. And the two letters that make this digraph are an O and an E. So if you're spelling and you're writing the word toes, you'll have to think, what was that digraph we learnt for our home learning and how do I spell it? Okay, let's have a little go now at practicing our phrase together. Now you might come up with an action for this phrase as well. I always wiggle my toes for this one and check that I've got 10. Okay. Oh, I have 10 toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, children, that you can always come up with your own phrase as well if you'd like to. You don't have to have the same phrase as us. If you've got your own that's got a word in it that's got this digraph, then by all means you can make up your own if that helps you to remember it a bit better. Okay, let's have a go at blending to read. So I've got some words hidden behind these stars. We're going to be sound detectives. We're going to identify the sounds we recognise and then we're going to have a go at breaking them up into those separate sounds and then finally pushing those sounds together blending that word and reading it as a whole word. Okay, let's have a go. This one, let's see. Remember, we've just looked at our sound of the week. It was a digraph. Do you recognise it? Okay, so we've got digraph O, and let's put an individual phoneme underneath the T. So let's segment and blend this one together. If everybody could do groovy dancing arms, let's go together. T-O, toe. So how many sounds does toe have in it? You might want to look at this video and see if you can look at the sound learning we've put underneath. That will give you a clue as to how many sounds are in the word. Let's play rocket fingers. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. If you are holding 2 fingers in the air to say there are 2 sounds in toe, you are absolutely right, and you can land on the moon, land on your head like it's landing on the moon. If you thought that it was 1 sound or 3 or a different number other than 2, then fall back down to earth for a little bit more learning, and let's have a go, a real concentrate at having a go at this next one. So this is a longer word now. This is a compound word, because if I split this word up, I could actually make 2 words from it. So let's have a go at our compound word. So there's our digraph. I'm starting to really recognise that now. And I don't see any other digraphs or trigraphs or split digraphs I know in this word, so they must all be individual phonemes. Let's see if we're right. If we segment and blend and it sounds right, then we were right. They were individual phonemes. Let's have a go. T, I, P, T, O, tiptoe. Now, if you found that quite tricky to do all of that in one go, what you can do with compound words, if it helps you, is break it up first into those words. So let me put a line down the middle here. So I'm going to have a go at segmenting and blending the first part of the word and then the second part of the word. And you can do that with compound words if you find the blending part really tricky to do at first. We do need to blend it all together at the end, but it's a good idea to have a practice first by splitting the word. T, tip. Let's have a go at the second word, second part of the word. T-o, toe. Tip, t-o. Let's put it all together now. Tip, t-o, tiptoe. Well done if you joined in with us at home. Perhaps mummy or daddy at home could write you out some more compound words. And you could have a practice at doing that. Perhaps you could use some of the sounds we've learnt in the weeks previous to this. Okay, let's have a look at this word. Really starting to spot that digraph O now, aren't we? So let's put our sound button learning underneath. We've got digraph O and 2 individual phonemes. Let's have a go at this one, everybody. I think football kicks for this one. G, O, S, goes. It's very important when you're sounding out that we don't put an extra sort of emphasis on that first sound. So g, 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 g. Not. Sometimes people say g. It's g sound, not g, 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 o, s, goes. Well done if you got that one right at home. I think you're ready to move on now to our blend, segment and blend to spell. So we've got some words here that have got digraph O in, and we're going to have a go at writing them now. So I'm going to read out the word, and if at home you get a pencil and paper or a whiteboard and pen or a crayon or chalk in your garden, whatever you're using, I'll read the first word and you have a go at spelling it, remembering our sound of the week, that digraph O, those 2 letters you told your mummy or daddy that you needed to make that digraph O. Okay, let's have a go at the first word. So the first word is toes. Have a go at writing that one down. Second word. Remember to pause if you're not ready. Second word is woe. Some stories are tales of woe. Woe can also mean like sad and sadness. So a tale of woe. Woe is a tale of sadness. They want a sad story. Let's have a go at the third word. Remember to segment and blend these before you spell them because it will help you. Third word is goes. And there's a challenge word at the bottom. I'd like to really try and remember something that we spoke about last week that was very important for these type of words. The word is Joe. Somebody's name. Think very carefully what you need to do for this word. So I'll say them again. We've got toes, woe, goes, and the name Joe. Pause the video if you need more time. We're going to now reveal them. Let's have a look. So we've got toes, woe. If you mark yours while we're going, and if you've made a mistake, don't worry, just correct yours in a different colour pencil. And then perhaps try and watch this video again later in the week and see if you can get it right a second time. Goes. I can almost hear your cheers, some of you. Okay, and this was the name Joe. Now tell your adult at home what you did at the beginning. Hopefully you all put a nice big capital letter, a capital J at the front for the sound, just because it's a name, Joe, so you need a capital letter for the person's name. So we've got J-O, Joe. Very well done at home if you managed to get 4 out of 4 for this. If you didn't, as I've already said, watch the video again later in the week and have another go. Try and crack it by the end of the week that you can actually spell all 4 of these words. Remember, if you'd like a challenge, try and write some sentences with these words in as well. We'd love to see those on our Google Drive, please. Okay, moving on now to our final read sentence section where we're consolidating our learning from our phonics lesson. So we're going to now try and read a sentence with our digraph of the week in. Let's have a little look at it. So let's, as we do every week, let's try and spot any high frequency words that we recognise that we don't have to sound out. I recognise this word, I see this in my books a lot, and I've used it a lot in my writing as well. It's a high frequency word. Tell everybody at home, shout at your computer. It is has. Well done, has. So let's have a look. Some of you might recognise this word as well. It's not a high frequency word, but you might recognise that. Okay, let's have a look then. So we've got oh, there's our digraph of the week. I can see our digraph of the week here as well. Don't recognise any digraphs in this word, so they must be all individual graphs. And we've got some individual graphs here. Okay, so now we're going to segment and blend as we read this sentence. So join in with me, everybody. Joe has 10 toes. So let's try and read it all together now without any segmenting and blending needed. Let's go for it, guys. Joe has 10 toes. Very, very well done, everybody. Thank you for joining in with that with me. So underneath here, I've got 2 words, 2 connectives and but. And what I'd like you to do is try and use those in a verbal sentence. So Joe has 10 toes and Joe has 10 fingers. You might try and use the word but as well for a challenge. Okay, thank you everybody for joining in with me for phonics home learning this week, and I very much look forward to doing you a video for next week as well. Thank you everybody for joining in. Hope to see you soon. Take care.